Hello, welcome to BioGreat TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Major natural resources in Angola. Angola is an African nation whose area spans about 481,400 square miles in the southern part of the continent. By area, it is the seventh largest country in Africa. The country's capital and largest city is Luanda. Angola has one of the fastest growing economies globally. In a space of just 2 years between 2005 and 2007, the country's gross domestic product grew by 20%. Part of the success story of Angola's economy is as a result of the proper utilization of the vast natural resources the country has, most of which we want to discuss in the video. Oil and gas. Angola is prominent when it comes to crude oil. It is the second largest producer of oil in sub-Saharan Africa, producing about 1.55 million barrels per day. Angola also produces natural gas of roughly 17,904.5 million cubic feet. The oil industry and its associated activities contribute about 45% to the country's GDP and about 90% to the country's export. Angola is a member of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Nations (OPEC) and has proven oil reserves of about 9 billion barrels and an estimated 11 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. Massive, right? The country has begun restructuring of its oil sector and hopes to raise its output by 2020. Arable land. According to a 2014 data from the World Bank, 4% of Angola's land area is arable. The soils in the country are some of the most fertile in Africa. Angola in the past was nearly agriculturally self-sufficient, but the civil war, which lasted for almost 3 decades, 1975 to 2002, affected the agricultural sector, resulting in a significant drop in output. Today, the major crops grown in the country include coffee, banana, and cassava. According to the government, about 2/3 of the population depends on agriculture directly or indirectly for livelihood. In the colonial era, Angola was one of the largest producers of coffee globally. During this era, the northwestern part of the country was the major coffee zone. It remained so until the Civil War, when the coffee industry was all but destroyed with the migration of most of the big Portuguese coffee farmers to Brazil. Now, the country is not even among the top 10 producers in the world. When the war ended, reforms were instituted by the government to resurrect this once thriving sector. Livestock. Livestock is an important resource in Angola. The animals mostly reared are cattle, pigs, and goats. Again, this sector was also affected by the Civil War. According to government records, in 1973, about 36,500 tons of livestock were produced in Angola. But by the early 1980s, the production had declined significantly to just a little over 5,000 tons. Forests. Angolan forests are rich in timbers which are exported to other countries. The Mayombe forest is one of the important forests in the country. The trees exported from Angola's forests include pines, eucalyptus, and cypress. About 18.4% of Angola's total area is made up of forests. Fish. Fish is another major resource in Angola. Before the war in the early 1970s, about 300,000 tons of fish were caught each year in Angola. Of course, the Civil War also affected this sector. Thankfully, it has been receiving huge attention from the government since the end of the war. As part of efforts to revitalize the sector, the government has opened its doors to foreign nations to fish within its territorial water. Japan, Italy, and Spain are some of those nations taking advantage of this opportunity. Diamonds. Diamonds are the most important minerals in Angola. Significant deposits of this mineral were first discovered in the country in 1912. After the country's independence, the government made a law to ensure that only they had the right to exploit the country's mineral resources. But the diamond mining industry was targeted by opposition forces during the war, and the industry was completely crippled. After the civil war, the Angolan government began efforts to revive and strengthen the diamond mining sector. One measure put in place was a massive anti-smuggling campaign called Operation Brilliance. This initiative was quite successful, as over 250,000 smugglers were apprehended within 3 years from 2003 to 2006. Before the Operation Brilliance campaign, it was estimated that the country lost about $350 million worth of revenue to smuggling. Angola is one example of a country with the capacity to bounce back from major setback and hardship. Despite the hardship the country experienced due to the 27 years of civil war, it has shown great resolve to turn things around for good and give its over 25 million people good reason to be proud of their country. Which have we missed out of these resources? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel.